So me and Remy just got to Children's Dallas. He is still back here. And we are having a very rare medical appointment day with just me and Remy. So that's pretty great for me. It's gonna be a lot more enjoyable just to have me and the girl. And we have kind of three-ish appointments today. For our first meeting with ophthalmology, which is like actually the oculoplastics team that's done 2 of her surgeries, basically to lift that left eye. So I'm meeting with them again. Every time is basically so annoying. We just look at her and they say, oh, we're gonna do this surgery later, and then they still want me to come back in 6 months, and I just do it every time because, you know, I want her to be able to see. So that's probably what I'm expecting from today. The other thing that's super annoying about this place is that they are so slow. So I don't go to any other office that is so slow and so inefficient. I had to book an 8:30 appointment to meet with them because I have a 1 o'clock with the cardiology people, and they weren't sure if they could make it if I did it any later than 8:30. So that goes to show you how long the expectation is that I'm going to be waiting at this appointment, which is why Greg was so nice to take care of the other kids, which also meant they had to take off work today, which I wasn't really planning on. My original plan was to bring the kids, and we always bring audiobooks, and I was going to let them bring the iPad today, and then I was going to page the people from Child Life that have the dog and have them come by and visit us and play with us for a little bit. But nonetheless, thanks Greg for letting us have an easier day, and I have some audiobooks queued up, and I'm just going to listen to a podcast or an audiobook and enjoy my day with Remy. And I brought some toys for her to play with. I also had to bring pumping stuff since Beck's not with me, and I brought lunch, and I made a smoothie this morning, and so hopefully that will just keep us occupied. I have an echo for Remy, which she hasn't had in a couple of years. I don't really know that it's needed, but they just want to check, whatever. And then I'm supposed to follow up with cardiology right after that, and I again am not expecting anything to show up, but we'll see. So all right, on our early medical days we don't get dressed in the morning. Remy just comes in her PJs, so we just got back to the room, we got changed, we got our eyes cleaned out. I bring some little saline wipes in my purse just to wipe her face. And then we just got started on a feed, so we're just sitting here waiting for the doctor, and Remy's getting her feed. She's running in her G-tube line. She's feeling much better. She was crying just a second ago. She doesn't like her hair combed or her eyes brushed out. So we got all cleaned up. Are you feeling better? Yeah, you're feeling better. I know. She always got some little redness on her face. I think her skin's just really sensitive, so sometimes if there's just any sort of stuff left out, stuff left on her face, or she just kind of drools or snots in the night, it just kind of makes her face look really red. Oh, beautiful. Hi. Hi. Yeah. She's such an easygoing baby. So anyways, we're just going to be waiting. They said they're running really fast this morning. I'll believe it when it happens, but if it does and we have a bunch of extra time, then I think I'm gonna go get some labs done for her that the GI specialist wants, and our primary care would like to follow up on. Her vitamin D was really low in January when we got those last labs and had to go to the ER for her kidney labs for running low. That was actually after this appointment 6 months ago, or not quite 6 months ago, but so we're gonna go do that again. Yourself, just kicking, looking all free. Well, we finished our appointment super early, and that's super, never happens at this place, so yeah, anyways, it's kind of annoying. I had a 1:40 at Cardiology, and they told me in order to get out early enough to make sure I'd make it, I needed to book this appointment by 8:30, which goes to show you just how often they make us wait. So anyways, we did that, and then we got out by like 9:30, And so then I knew she had some labs that our nephrologist wanted, and then our GI doctor wanted to check up on, and our PCP wanted. So those had been kind of accumulating, and I thought, well, we're never here with this much time to spare and no other kids. So we went ahead and got those done. Let's see if you can see Remy from there. And so we got all of that stuff done, and they always have to call the IV team. So somebody special that knows how to do their IVs really well has to do her, and they never get on the first try anyways. Still takes us multiple tries, doesn't it? And they got on the second try again. They needed a ton of blood today, like 20 mils, which is a lot. So, which, you know, it's not quite as bad as when we get it done when we're in the hospital, because at least we know, like, we're not gonna have to get any more blood done, so it'll give her some time to, like, catch back up again after this. But if we're in the hospital, I never let them draw that much blood, because otherwise we just end up with a transfusion, which is crazy. So anyways, they did a bunch of stuff today, and I've already gotten some of it back. Most of it's normal. I'm not really super worried about anything, but I think the thing that wanted to check most was like her vitamin levels. Like her vitamin D was like very, very low in January, and we had switched from a liquid vitamin D drop to like a powder vitamin D drop with her multivitamin, and so that had dropped really low, so they wanted to check on that. And are you playing? So now I called cardiology back, and they couldn't get us in any early, of course. So we're just hanging out. It's 11:30 and we don't have our next appointment until 1:30. So I had planned ahead. I made my own smoothie for breakfast. I brought my own lunch. So I think I'm just gonna hang out here and eat with Remy. All right, we finished up. We just left the hospital, and yeah. So I put in a little clip. Remy and I spent our lunch hour sitting on the top floor of the parking lot, and I watched them tear down part of the parking building. So that was kind of fun, just to watch the place I used to work and them working on taking it apart. Apparently, they take off like, I don't know, like 3 feet a day. I don't really know, but we watched it for about 30, or I watched it for about 30 minutes, and Remy took a little nap and I ate lunch, and anyways, we went to cardiology and she got an echo, and then I saw the cardiologist, who I really like. He seems really great, but also we don't really have much need to see him. So I don't think he'd seen that echo yet, but he was like, oh, based on last year's echo, I'm not really gonna think it's gonna be anything. The EKG looked fine, and you know, he was like, you're pretty much good. He's like, you don't have to come back and see me anymore, which was perfect. So that's what I told him. I was like, just make sure to write it in the notes so that my primary care doesn't want me to go back and see them, and I don't have to follow up with one more consulting person. So so I went and saw nephrology a few weeks ago. They said we don't have to come back anymore. Cardiology just signed off and said we don't have to go back and see them anymore. So yeah, so we're slowly whittling down and going to less doctors' visits than we ever have been, which is just really nice. So that really helps me and helps, I feel like, our quality of life, just to feel like we're doing life and not doing doctors, which is great. Anyways, you can hear Remy. She's back there. She's in her car seat. She's still in a little baby car seat, but she's doing great. She has a little thing down and her little passy hanging down, so she's been playing with that, and she's been in a really good mood now that we're done with all these appointments, and she got a pretty good long nap. So that's it. Now it's like almost 4 o'clock in Dallas, and there's like traffic. It's gonna take me like an hour to get home, but that's okay. I am alone, and I have an audiobook or a podcast, I guess, and I'm just gonna listen to that. And she's getting her feed, so you can see I got my little feed set up running to the back, which is the one, you know, can be kind of nice about having a G-tube, is that she can get it while we're just doing something else, and I don't have to stop and feed her. Although, of course, I'd rather her just be able to eat, but it's nice. She's gonna get that, and then I can turn it off while she's running while we're driving, and yeah, that's all. So our day is almost over with doctor's visits, and I don't think we have anything for a while, although I know I'm overdue for scheduling some stuff, but oh well, we'll just get it done when we do. And I think that's it for June, so it's pretty great. So anyways, thanks for coming with us. Bye.